Hi, and thanks for your interest in the Goblin Bots trading strategies. What I'm going to show you in this video is just a basic walkthrough on how to get set up. Most of this information can be found on the Astrobit website. The website is astrobit.io. And to get started, you simply go to their homepage and you could select Start Now, or if there's a register link, something like that, you just need to create an account with Astrobit first. That'll bring you to this page. Simply fill out your information. If you have an invitation code, put that in there as well, and then click the register button. Once you've created your account, you'll want to go to your profile. This is how you get there at the top right, in my profile button. And there's a section here where you can edit the details and put in your Discord ID. And that way, if you join the Discord, this will automatically link you to it and add you to the hidden channels on the Astrobit Discord. We have a channel within the Astrobit Discord where we talk about the trading, any strategies, their ideas behind it, answer any questions, so feel free to pop in there. Or you can jump into the general channel and feel free to tag me as Goblin Bots and ask me a question directly. Next thing you need to do is buy the strategies and bots. So you go to Marketplace. You can filter by author here. We're under Goblin Trading. You'll see our strategies here. At this point, we have a Bitcoin strategy called Goblin and then an Ethereum strategy called Gremlin. You could subscribe to one or both. There would be an add to cart button right there. I already own it, so it doesn't show it, but you would just click the add to cart button and then it would take you to the add to cart page. Once you've arrived there, you'll see that the strategy is in the cart as well as a trading bot. The trading bot is Astrobit's technology. It simply combines our trading strategy with your exchange, sends orders back and forth, make sure everything works appropriately. Be sure to use any discount codes if you have them, and then check out. Now, if you already have an exchange on the approved list, then the next part will be easy. For example, if I have an account with BitGet, I would just hit the connect button and then fill out the information, give the API a name, choose the type of futures if I'm using USDT or USDC in the case of BitGet, put in my passphrase, API key, and API secret. If you have any questions about any of it, they have these really nice guides that are linked to on this page as well. You would just click on that and it would take you to a wiki on how to set up any of these exchanges. That's true for BitGet or Bybit or any of the others. I would caution you against using KuCoin at this time. They've had some API issues and they've been known to not fulfill orders correctly. So generally, probably best to steer clear. If you're a US user, you won't be able to use Kraken most likely or Bitfinex because of their KYC requirements. Now, if you don't have an exchange already, you'll need to set one up. If you're in the US, you will unfortunately need to use a VPN. I personally use Proton VPN or NordVPN. Once you download NordVPN, set your location to a different country. Australia seems to work well. You could also do Europe or South Korea or Mexico. But once you're connected through the VPN, just go to whichever website of the exchange you want to use. Most US users use BitGet and Bybit, so you'd simply go to their website and then create an account and fund it. Once you do that, just set up the API and then return back to this page and then click the connect button for whichever exchange you have created an account on. Once you've done that, come back to the dashboard and then you should see an option here to create a bot. Select the strategy you subscribe to, leave it set to single entry, select the traded currency. This is where you will select your exchange. So if I had set up on Bybit, I would select Bybit, and then down here an API connection would appear. I would just select it and then hit select again. You can give the bot a name, you can name it whatever you want, and then choose the asset allocation. If you wanted to use all of the money in the account, slide it over to 100%. If you only wanted to use a certain percentage, then simply enter that number here on the right. This is where you get to set your leverage. There's a maximum of 10. I highly encourage you to watch the video on leverage and drawdowns. If you run this at 10x, you are very likely to see very, very high drawdowns. So I don't recommend that unless you're using a very, very small account or bag and you just want to see if you can get a quick profit from it. Otherwise, if you're using it as a kind of a main bag or bag with any kind of significant funds, I'd recommend keeping that leverage low to manage the risk. But of course, that's completely up to you. This is, of course, not any sort of financial advice. It's something you'll have to determine as a user and what will work for you and your risk tolerance. Down here, you can put in other risk management settings. You can set take profit percentages. If you want to have it take profit at a certain gain, you have the option to choose one or two of those. You can also set a fixed stop loss and a reentry trigger. The reentry trigger is not necessary for our strategy. Most people put the stop loss there as just a backup in case TradingView fails to send a signal. A lot of people I've noticed are using a negative 3.8% fixed stop loss. Some are using a take profit setting, but many I've noticed are not. So again, that is completely up to you. You can let the strategy do its thing and take profits as it determines, or take losses as it determines. But generally, having a fixed stop loss here as a backup in case there's some kind of technology snafu or some kind of mix-up with TradingView, it's good to have that as kind of a backup in that case. Once you finish all that, just hit the Create Bot button, and it'll take you back to the dashboard, and then you'll see the live bot hand strategy. It'll show a position of closed because you've just created it, and it's now in a position of waiting for the next trade. Keep in mind that our trading strategies are low volume. They typically trade somewhere around 20 times. Well, Goblin trades around 17. Gremlin trades more often, somewhere in the 30s, 30 times per month or so. So you're not going to be seeing this active at all times. That's normal. Don't be alarmed by that. You can also control this at any time if you want. You can pause it so it no longer is not reacting to signals at all. If you see it's entered a position and you don't like the position, you can of course close the position. But at this point, the strategy and the bot are connected and they are set up. And as long as it's enabled, it should be getting signals and executing trades. All right, at this point, you're set up. If you have any questions, feel free to jump into Discord and fire away. Let us know if you need any help. Thank you.